Hey friends, welcome back to the Aligned Strength Podcast. I'm your host, Mandy Scow, and today we're diving into a topic so many families are feeling right now, and that is the shift from summer freedom to school routines. We're talking about the emotions our kids feel, the ones we feel as parents, and how to keep our kids healthy, energized, and supported. I've also got you covered with some simple, healthy cold lunch ideas to make those busy mornings a little easier. So let's jump into it. First, let's talk about the emotional shift for kids and parents as we are all heading back to school, either have already or are heading this week. But there's definitely an emotional shift for both of us, the kids and the parents. For the kids, there's excitement and anxiety. Many kids feel a mix of both. There's new teachers, they have new classrooms, sometimes they have new friends in their class. So here's some tips to support our kids with those mix of emotions. We can validate their feelings. We can tell them it's okay to feel nervous and excited at the same time. Setting small routines will help. So kids thrive on predictability. We can as parents, create a consistent bedtime and morning rhythm. So a same rhythm, same routine, morning and night will help them with their feelings every day with the mix of emotions. We can empower with choice, giving them the choice. We can let them pick their lunch. We can let them pick out their outfit or after school snack to let them feel in control. So letting them pick things, giving them the choice helps them feel in control. Now let's talk about us as parents. Our emotions matter too. Whether it's relief that they're going back to school, sadness, or overwhelm, back to school hits all of us differently. Here's some mindset tips. Breathe and embrace the transition. You know, a lot of us have different transitions. Our kids going to preschool or kindergarten for the first time. Our kids riding a bus for the first time. Our kids going from elementary school into middle school, a different school, or going off to college. Like huge emotion, lots of different emotions. So some mindset tips: breathe and embrace all the transitions at any type of transition. It's a season of growth for everyone. It's a season of growth for us as parents. It's a season of growth for our kids. Release guilt. If you're excited that your kids are going back to school because you will get a little bit of quiet time, don't feel guilty about it. Release that guilt. It's okay to hold space for yourself too. Focus on connecting during the time you do have with your kids. Quality beats quantity. So you're not going to see them all day because they're at school, but when you do see them at home, make that time count. Creating a smooth morning routine. Let's talk about morning routines. What can help make it smooth? You can prep the night before, meaning laying out the school clothes, prepping the lunches, getting your backpacks ready. Also in the morning, fueling first thing. Fueling a good breakfast. A quick protein-packed breakfast sets kids up for focus and energy. And then even a little morning movement, whether the kids stretch a little bit or as they're waiting for the bus, they're just moving around. Getting them moving a little bit will help the kids wake up and then reset their nervous systems as well. So it's important to create a good morning routine because there's nothing like a chaotic morning and then your kids are getting on the bus or you're leaving for school. Everybody's on edge. So setting yourself up for success the night before, getting a good breakfast in, and getting moving will help for a smooth routine. Healthy cold lunch ideas. So everybody has, between my two boys, I have two boys. One's going on 14. The other one just turned 16. One of them eats hot lunch at school all the time, every day. The other one wants cold lunch. So we have two complete opposites. So on my mind is we got to make sure our cold lunch is somewhat balanced as much as we can. And I'm telling him, which my son packs his own, and the first thing that I'm asking is, what's your protein in your lunch for the day? You got to have something, let's focus on a range of different things and what's your protein for the day. So when your kids take cold lunch, focus on protein, healthy fats, and carbs that sustain energy, not sugar spikes. Here are a few different ideas, kid-friendly cold lunch options that will give you a wide range. Number one, mini sandwiches and sliders. So these could be turkey and cheese on Hawaiian rolls, ham and cheddar sliders, peanut butter and jelly, little sliders, little sandwiches. Also, do-it-yourself Lunchables, meaning in a Lunchable you have a cracker, meat, cheese. So you could do it yourself. You could pack your own, crackers, own turkey slices and cheese. You could do little fruit kebabs, a variety of fruit with some yogurt, dip. Let's see. Some other ideas that we go to is, those little cheese cubes on pretzel sticks. You can put them on the little pretzel sticks. My son also likes rice cakes with peanut butter on the rice cakes. But, a mixture of different fruits. You could go apples and peanut butter. The little Go-Gurts, the yogurts in a tube. If you put those in the freezer and freeze them, put them in your kid's lunchbox, it acts as a cold pack. And then by the time lunch rolls around, it is still cold refrigerator temperature, but it's not frozen anymore. It's back to the yogurt. So that is also an option. Some celery and peanut butter, carrots and ranch. But I would say our go-to is our mini sandwiches or mini sliders on the Hawaiian rolls. So always good, easy throw in the lunchbox options there. So a pro tip here, have your kids help assemble the lunches the night before. So help them go through it, but have them do it, because then it helps them take ownership and makes them like their lunch better because they took the initiative to pack it. They were part of packing it. So for me, actually, that has helped my son. Can be a picky eater, but I felt like he started to, step out of his box and try new things when he was able to help pack it for the next day. So some good, different ideas there for kids in their lunch boxes. All right, focusing on connection and not perfection. So as parents, if we can just focus on connecting and not being perfect about things, right? So back to school can feel like a whirlwind, but kids remember how they felt more than the logistics. So build small moments into your day. A quick hug, like, how was your day? Ritual, or 10 minutes of undivided attention after school. So that's what kids remember. Like, that's a long day at school, and it's ups and downs. And, they remember the small moments when you pick them up or they get off the bus and you give them a hug and say, how was your day? That's the things that they remember. Showing up emotionally nourishes your kids just as much as food in their lunchbox. So again, we go back to, the time that you have with them at home, make those moments count while they're at home. So give them the attention, have the conversation with them, asking how their day was, how was certain classes, all that kind of stuff. So today's takeaway, back to school season is a time of growth for kids and parents. Focus on creating supportive routines, nourishing bodies with healthy food, and nurturing emotional connection. You don't need to do it perfectly. There is no perfect way. You just need to show up with love and intention. And show up with open conversations, open connections with your kids. Weekly goal for all of you listening. So this week, choose one thing to make back to school smoother. This could be add one healthy upgrade to the lunch if they're taking a cold lunch. Try by starting a new bedtime routine or a new morning ritual. Or try and set aside that 10 minutes of intentional connection with your child each day. And that could be every day. That could be just asking them how their day was at school. That's easy peasy, just to ask them that, get that connection, get that communication going. All right. So it was a quick episode, but we are all busy in the last week or so getting ready. So it's a wrap for today on today's episode, but back to school season can bring so many emotions for both kids and us as adults and as parents. But remember that you're not alone in this. Take a deep breath, give yourself some grace, and focus on the little things that create big impact: connection, routine, and nourishing your kids from the inside out. If you've loved today's episode on the tips and emotion and different routines and kid-friendly cold lunches, share this episode with another parent who could use a little support right now. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of the Aligned Strength Podcast. Until next time, keep aligning your strength in mind, body, and spirit. And remember, you've got this.